If you're a woman over 30, it's not just about discipline and willpower. Your hormones have changed. After your 20s, your body stops responding to stress more efficiently. It doesn't recover as well, and what worked in your 20s is not going to work in your 30s and beyond. Today, I'm going to walk you through a 3-step framework so that you can start burning body fat and building muscle more efficiently. No eat less, move more, no endless cardio, no restrictions, none of that bullcrap. Before we get started, just make sure you hit subscribe so that you can learn more about science-backed strategies that actually help and support women. The issue is that most traditional diets completely backfire on women. They focus only on calories, they focus only on endless cardio and pushing yourself way too hard in the gym, and that is not a good situation for women's hormones. When you're chronically under-eating or you're chronically overworking out and you're spread too thin when it comes to work and other responsibilities, your body is pushed into a chronic sense of elevated cortisol. When your cortisol is chronically elevated, that could lead to insulin resistance, and it can stop your body from producing the correct amount of sex hormones, resulting in changes in your menstrual cycle. And when you have changes in your menstrual cycle, those symptoms are not easy to deal with, so that can exacerbate symptoms and make it harder for you to stay consistent with a workout program. Not only that, but it can also suppress your thyroid function, and then that's a whole problem in and of itself. So it's not that calorie deficits don't work, it's just you need a more strategic approach so that they can actually facilitate fat loss and not into this state of constant burnout. Once you understand that your metabolism is basically a reflection of how safe your body can feel, everything is going to change. You're going to stop chasing restrictive diets, stop going for intermittent fasting or keto or all these crazy things, and you're just going to stick to the basics. You're going to rebuild that foundation with strength, proper nutrition and calorie intake, and recovery. So up next, we're going to review the 3-step framework so that you can balance your hormones, rebuild your metabolism, and make sure that you have fat loss that is sustainable and realistic. Step 1 is eating enough to lose fat. Now, I am not saying that calorie deficits are not required for you to lose weight. I am not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that staying in a deficit for a chronically long period of time can lower your metabolic rate and make it harder for you to achieve a deficit so that you can continue losing weight. In other words, if you're only feeding your body, let's say 1,300 calories year after year after year, you're never giving your body a chance to rebound from that. So now it starts burning 1,300 calories, and you would theoretically have to keep eating less and less and less in order for you to lose weight. And as we know by now, 1,300 calories is not safe, it's not sustainable, and it's actually going to lead to nutrient gaps in your diet. The counterintuitive truth is sometimes you need a reverse diet in order to bring your maintenance level back up to standard, rebuild that muscle, and then you can re-enter a deficit and go from there. The other 2 key nutrients that most women are not getting enough of is protein and carbohydrates. You need roughly between 0.7 grams to 1.2 grams of protein daily so that you can start rebuilding that muscle tissue. Not only that, but it's going to help keep you full from meal to meal. It's going to help your body put the nutrients where it needs to go when you're starting to digest food, and it's going to help you feel fuller longer so that you're not snacking and grazing all day long. When it comes to carbohydrates, most women think that carbohydrates are automatically going to make you fat, but that couldn't be further from the truth. What makes you fat is having a calorie surplus, some sort of insulin resistance, or hormonal imbalance, and that causes your body to just retain body fat. But it's not carbohydrates in and of itself. Carbohydrates is a topic that we can go into on another video, but all you really need to know is complex carbohydrates are your best friend. They're going to help your body put the protein and digested amino acids where they need to go in your system, and they're also going to help you stay fuller longer so that, again, you're not grazing and constantly craving sugar. So you need those carbohydrates. Furthermore, they're going to boost your performance in the gym, and who doesn't want to perform better when they're working out? The second step is training smarter, not harder. When women want to lose weight, they're going to tend to hit the elliptical, hit the treadmill, and do as much cardio as possible. And I'm not saying that cardio is bad, but the real metabolic goal is muscle. So you do need to be strength training at least 3 to 5 times a week so you can build that lean muscle, then increase your basic metabolic rate, and develop that toned figure that I know that you want to achieve. Furthermore, cardio is going to burn a lot of calories in a short period of time, but it's not going to burn a lot of calories throughout the whole day. Whereas strength training might burn a short amount of calories in a short period of time, but it's actually going to help you burn more calories throughout the day. So if your goal here is to achieve a calorie deficit, still strength training is going to take the cake. And the third step to this framework is working out with your cycle. And I don't mean traditional cycle syncing in the way that we've seen trending on the internet. I don't want you to just start doing yoga and Pilates for 2 weeks out of the entire cycle. I don't want you to stop strength training every single day, because you do need that to build muscle and have a consistent program. But what I am saying is that you should be mindful of the fluctuations that your body's experiencing throughout your whole cycle. Changes in mood, sleep, recovery, they can all impact how well you perform in the gym, so your workout program should definitely account for that. I actually made a Muscle Meets Menstrual guide that you can grab for free in the description. So if you're interested in how you can align your cycle with your strength training routine without having to go do something drastic and stop strength training regularly, make sure you go ahead and grab your guide using the link in the description. But all you really need to know is that the more you track your cycle and the more you become accustomed to how your symptoms fluctuate throughout the month, the better off you are in your ability to tailor certain variables or certain exercises with your cycle. And then that is in turn going to help you be more consistent, and then that's going to help you build more muscle. It all comes full circle. Quick recap, we have 3 main steps in order for you to start seeing fat loss and a healthy body recomposition again. First things first is eating enough food and calories and nutrients to support your metabolism. Secondly is lifting smarter and with intention. And thirdly is being aware of your cycle and your symptoms so that you can align your training with your cycle. Once you can do all these 3 things, your body is going to feel safe, not starved, and fat loss is going to happen. Make sure you subscribe for more for women's fat loss, hormone tips, and sustainable fitness. And let me know in the comments below what your biggest frustration is when it comes to your health.